Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the Craft Parenting Podcast, coming at you from gorgeous Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't say anything to start the episode, so I thought that I should.
Well, hey everyone, this is Joe. This is my lovely wife, Caroline.
Howdy.
We are on location at TailGate Brewing in Nashville, Tennessee.
At their main location, their headquarters.
Their headquarters. TailGate Brewery is a brewery that craft brewery, independently owned. I believe they have 7 locations.
They have 7 tap rooms in the greater Nashville area and 1 in Chattanooga.
Yep.
And they've been here since 2014.
So we've been here hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the people what you're drinking.
So I am drinking an Imperial peanut butter and jelly milk stout. And as you can kind of tell by the mural behind us, if you're watching the video, they have a lot of really cool artwork here. So like everything inside is decorated, and it's lots of pop culture stuff. So they have a giant, Andre the Giant, who is asking, does anybody want a peanut butter milk stout?
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a Princess Bride reference.
Yes.
For those of you who have not seen the movie 500 times like I have.
I have seen it though.
You have. I did make you watch it.
Yeah, and I am drinking the German Pilsner. So yeah, we are here hanging out in Nashville.
You didn't say the best part. It's on slow pour.
It is on slow pour. I did not get it on slow pour.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I did not.
Oh. They have 2 slow pour handles.
At least one. I don't know what the other one is.
Yeah.
But, do you want to read more about who they are and what they do?
Yeah, they don't give a lot of information on their website, so we'll do with what we can. They are a fiercely independent Tennessee craft brewery and pizzeria. They've called Nashville home since 2014 and have since grown to 7 tap rooms in the Nashville area and 1 in Chattanooga, many with their own dedicated production facility. We believe in making quality, boundary-pushing beer and pizza and creating a great place to work for our team. We have had 1 owner and 0 investors, audit our wages constantly to ensure they're the best in our industry and offer great perks. Every beer you drink and pizza you order helps us in our goal to be the best place to eat, drink, and work in the state. So thank you. We're incredibly grateful for your support.
And they are a top workplace in 2024.
Yeah, which I believe is the 2nd year in a row at least that they've done that. As part of the USA Network, USA Today Network, not the TV channel, the newspaper, for Tennessee. So.
Good night, publisher.
Yeah. So we're at their headquarters, which is a 7-acre campus with a large tap room and outdoor bar, which is over there, and a slice pizza shop. They have a covered barn, and they have scratch pizza in their kitchen inside, a 15-barrel experimental system, and a 50-barrel production brewery. You can tour the brewery every weekend. We're not going to do that because that doesn't start until 6 on Fridays.
On Fridays, yeah.
And I don't think we're going to stay here that late.
No. I don't think so.
So they have one of their other locations is on Music Row, and it is right around the corner from our hotel. But we decided that we would much rather come to their headquarters and see what all the fuss was about. And it's really nice. Like you could bring a big party here and not have any issues trying to find some place to sit, at least at a 2 p.m. on a Friday. Today's Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Oh, are you gonna take them on an adventure?
Well, I'm just gonna turn it a little bit.
Yeah.
So this is their outdoor space.
Yeah, lots of picnic tables, lots of shade. It is currently a balmy 92 degrees in Nashville, and it's chilled out a little bit. It now only feels like 98 degrees instead of 100 degrees. It's warm, y'all.
It's has that August heat to it.
Yeah, and every once in a while I slip into a really bad Southern accent, and Joe just gets real concerned that somebody's gonna try to beat me up.
Probably.
But I'm sweeter than butter on a biscuit, honey.
Yep. And that's the barn. so they have like an enclosed place.
I'm not sure if you could rent it out, but you probably could.
The tap room is pretty big as well.
It has 3 distinct areas.
3 distinct areas. One I think is like for private space.
Can be private space, yeah. It's got doors that close.
Can be private space.
They've got a giant mural on how to brew beer.
Yes.
And it walks you through the steps of that. And then when you initially walk in, there's a seating area. And what they've got that's really nice, and I think that more people should adopt this if possible, is they actually have just like your standard like fountain drink dispenser in the middle of the tap room. So it is serve yourself your soft drinks or water. So, and it comes straight out of the machine, so you don't have to worry about bugging your bartender. Except for maybe for a cup.
Yeah.
And then there's the main sitting area where they've got the bar with 30 taps and the place where you order your scratch pizza. We got the whipped pizza, which is a pepperoni and sausage pizza that has whipped ricotta with honey in it.
It was really good.
It was so good.
And spices, Italian spices.
Yeah. So, we are struggle busing a little bit today. Yesterday we toured Andrew Jackson's Hermitage. So his multiple acres of property that
1,100 acres.
Yeah.
To be exact.
Yeah. When he died, it was 1,100 acres. Until his son kind of squandered a lot of it, and they sold it all to the state of Tennessee. So we did that. That was really fun. So much walking. I think I got a little bit sunburnt because I forgot about the sun, and I didn't have a hat yet. So that was fun. And then what did we do for lunch?
We had hot chicken.
Oh yeah, we got some hot chicken out of a little shack. And then we walked to the Parthenon, and we got to tour the Parthenon.
It's basically a art museum.
Yeah.
And then upstairs is they have
It's an as accurate as possible recreation of the Parthenon in Greece with 1-to-1 scale.
So it's huge.
Yeah. So the Tennessee Centennial, when they had that, they had a big fair similar to a World's Fair, and part of that was they constructed this temporary structure that was a recreation of the Parthenon, as best could be determined by scholars at the time. So they did that, but it was only supposed to be a temporary structure, and that was the late 1800s, very early 1900s. And then in the early 1900s, they decided, well, we should just make it a permanent structure. So they worked on shoring up the stuff that was already there, replacing some of it so it would hold up a little bit stronger. They used a new technique to pour concrete where all of your little pebbles that are in it would be towards the outside of your column, so it looks more like the marble that you would see in Greece, without having to bring all of that in. They figured out, based on some super historic texts and just like people's thoughts of the stories, their best interpretations of them, what statues were along the east and west top part.
The roof?
Yeah.
Ceiling?
No, it was outside.
No, the roof. The exterior of the building.
Yeah. Because a lot of them have fallen off and been destroyed, and you can kind of figure out who some of them are based on what they're holding and what they look like, but none of them have faces anymore, so it's really hard to tell. So they did that, and then they put a giant statue of Athena in the center of it back in the 80s. Well, they started that in the 80s. They finished it up in the early 90s because she's tall, and she's got the goddess Nike in her hand, who is 6.5 feet tall and looks tiny compared to the rest of Athena. Athena's hands are the only ones that make Joe's look small. So then in the early aughts, they decided that they were going to make her look more like she would probably have looked when the Parthenon originally opened, because odds are very high she would have been made out of gold, and would have been intricately painted.
Yes.
So they covered her in gold leaf where it seemed appropriate, gave her a face, and like painted her face up, and decorated her shield as well. So now she's complete. They have these giant bronze doors that are, it's like 24 feet tall, and
like 7 tons.
Yeah, they weighed 7.5 tons each, so 15,000 pounds. And they said they open and close very easily, which the ones that were originally in Greece probably would have been wood with bronze decorations, and would have taken a lot of effort to open and close. So you start off downstairs and you get to walk through an art gallery, because somebody from Nashville donated all of his paintings to the Parthenon, to have an art exhibit in the basement of it. And he remained anonymous until he died. And then they'll have some rotating art exhibits. So the one they had was about Koikiko. It's Japanese art of like doing things with small pieces of wood to make geometric patterns.
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. So we saw that, walked through the park a bit, got really, really hot, went back to the hotel to chill for a little bit, and then decided we were gonna go to Broadway and go to some honky tonks. And the honky tonks might have won. We had a lot of fun.
We're not saying if they won. They may have won.
They might have. I'm still drinking today. This is a 10% beer right now.
I didn't know that. It's a 10% beer.
Yeah. 10.1% to be exact.
Alrighty.
It was part of my crazy flight. So we went to Redneck Riviera. I got a hat. Well, so Redneck Riviera is John Rich's bar. I got a hat. We went to Jason Aldean's bar / Tequila Country. And then we went back to John Rich's bar. The band was incredible. All these places had live music.
All of them had rooftops too.
Yeah, they all had rooftops.
So a lot of them, they had 2 bands playing. One on the roof, one in the main area.
Yeah. So we got to Broadway pretty early. So we went up onto the rooftop at Rich's bar. There was a guitarist playing. She was really good. And then in the basement, and then on the ground floor, they had a small band. By the time we got a hat and ate dinner and came back, it was a different band. We went to,
It's like Keith Urban?
no, Garth Brooks' bar.
That's
what it was.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah. So we went,
Friends in Low Places.
yeah, we went Redneck Riviera, hat, Friends in Low Places, or Flip, where there was a Caroline there who was celebrating her 21st birthday and specifically said, no Sweet Caroline. So that made me sad, because I thought we were going to dance to Sweet Caroline, and we didn't.
Oh.
Then we went to Jason Aldean's bar, and we didn't go up onto the rooftop there. We did it Flip. And Friends in Low Places has the largest rooftop bar on Broadway, which makes sense because they've got 2 different outdoor areas, and then there's an indoor area in the middle. So if you get hot, you can go to air conditioning, which was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Redneck Riviera was the only place that had draft beer. Every place else, it was cans. And it was all macro beer, pretty much. There weren't really any Gingling was the most craft option that they had.
Yes.
Yeah. But the music was all great. We were having a really good time. We went back to Redneck Riviera after we got some food at Jason Aldean's bar. And that band was really good. They were a lot of fun. And then when they packed up, we made the terrible decision to go across the street to Kid Rock's Honky Tonk, which was packed.
It was bananas.
It was BANANAS.
Yeah.
We probably should have ended the night before we did that. But then we got a ride back to the hotel and crashed. And now beer is a little bit harder to drink than it used to be. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning, no problem. So this morning we went to the Tennessee State Museum, which was pretty cool.
It's really well done.
Yeah. Somebody was saying they liked it more than the Country Music Museum. And you have to pay to get into the Country Music Museum. You don't have to pay to get into the Tennessee State Museum. But I wasn't super paying attention to what they were saying because I was reading all of the information. Because they go from like the dawn of time to, hey, look, that's a cell phone that I had in middle school. Sweet.
Basically.
So they cover all of that in the museum. And they do also have like a little music. Right now, one of their rotating things is music. We didn't go into that. And the other one's furniture. We didn't go into that one either because we were getting hungry and tired.
We spent probably, 3 hours?
We did spend we spent 2.5 hours there, yeah. And when we were at Andrew Jackson's Hermitage, we were there for, I think, 4 hours. It was like a good 3 or 4 hours.
There's a lot to do and see.
Yeah. So our goal for today is to brewery hop a bit. We decided to do TailGate as our first one because I'm pretty sure it's the farthest one out from City Center. Or at least it's the farthest, it's the one of the ones that we're interested in seeing that's farthest out from City Center. Elijah Moreland was great and gave us a lot of recommendations of places to go. So we're hoping that we can hit up a few of those places today and tomorrow. Breweries open up a bit earlier on Saturdays because a lot of places here don't open until noon on the week, or they don't open until 4. So like when we were trying to find a place to go between the Hermitage and the Parthenon, our options were very limited because like the place didn't open up until 4, or it didn't have food, but it still didn't open up until 4. And it's like, well, we're hungry now. We just walked like 8,000 plus steps. We need some food in our bellies. So yes, lots of walking. We have a vacation without the kids. We don't have to worry about what they're doing. They spent 2 nights at Grandma's house, and now they're at Oma and Opa's house. So they're having a grand old time. I think they went to the Children's Museum. I haven't fully gotten confirmation of that, but I also haven't had any proof of life pictures since the drive home from the Children's Museum, where both kids are slumped over, like completely knocked out.
I mean, they went somewhere.
Yeah, it was probably the Children's Museum because Mom has passes for that. And yeah, so the kids spent 2 nights at my mom's house, which wasn't initially the plan, but they rocked it. Because she's like, if they're willing to stay another night, they can stay another night. So they did. And we're gonna see, we haven't decided yet if we're going back to the hotel after this or we're gonna hit up another brewery. We might need to chill. I don't know.
We can do both.
We can do both.
We don't have time. It's only 2:30.
Oh, it is only 2:30. Man, we got all this time. Because we don't have to worry about kids. We don't have to do like 20 bathroom breaks or like what park am I going to take you to between this brewery and that brewery like we had to do when we were in Indianapolis.
Yeah. And Nashville is also in Central Time.
Yeah, so
that's kind of throwing us off too.
We gained an hour coming here and we lose an hour going home, which means tomorrow I need to super figure out when we have to leave here by to get home in time for some stuff that we have on Sunday. Time zones are annoying. I don't like it. Just everybody has the same time. No, that's a terrible idea. Don't do it. But
let's talk more about TailGate. So
yeah.
How many beers did you say they had on tap?
30. Well, they have 30
Right now.
alcoholic beverages on tap. They do also have some cider and some seltzer.
Okay. They do to-go beers.
They do to-go beers. Right now, their newest release is
It's like a Monster IPA or something.
it's a Wizard IPA.
Wizard IPA. Yep, that's it.
And it's Tropic Wizard Juicy IPA. And their own potion makers have hidden collectible trading cards inside a select number of packs. So, I don't know if we're gonna buy a 6-pack because it's not a beer that we're super into, but it might be cool to see if we can get one of those trading cards. That's why they do it. That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. So I got 4 beers in my flight. I got their Helles Bock, which was really good. Their Orange Citrus Wheat, which was really, really good. Especially today, because it's so stinking hot outside, it felt very refreshing.
Oh, yeah.
And they're Ready for Vacay Red Lager, which was also really good today. And then to end my chaos flight, I got the Imperial Milk Stout. Because why not?
Peanut butter.
Yep, peanut butter and jelly milk stout. So.
I really like so it has, like we said, there's a ton of space. Outdoor space, indoor space, indoor space.
Yeah.
Because they have a barn. It's screened in, so it's covered, but I don't think
maybe less buggy, but
I don't think
not a bug-free guarantee.
I don't think it's air conditioned or anything.
It's not. They probably have some fans going in there.
Yeah.
They have a mug club. So mug club members get free brewery tours. They probably get discounts on drinks. They get a free shirt every year. And they also have a mutt club. So they have a doggy club. Now, dogs are only allowed in the outside space, but it's very shaded out here. There are some, as I would call it, like danger zone picnic tables directly behind us where there is no shade. So I would definitely avoid those today. But they also have a giant screen set up, playing some sports ball, and I think they do movies on the weekends sometimes.
Yeah, and there's one over here too.
Yeah, and they've got another one over here, and they've got one inside the barn. Yeah, and just gorgeous artwork everywhere, tons of space.
Tons of artwork, yeah.
I would hazard a guess that they have a few water bowls out here, but I don't see any at the moment. They probably bring them out when dogs come out.
I think you request them, probably.
Yeah. And they have Mutt of the Month as part of their Mutt Club, which is pretty cute. And they've got character heads of everybody on their staff. And they have character heads of all of the dogs in their Mutt Club, or at least some of the dogs in their Mutt Club. I don't know exactly how that works, but it's super cute. So maybe we'll get some inside footage that Joe can overlay over me talking about it so you can see it. But that's a lot of work for editing Joe. And right now, we don't have the energy for that. We are bucking up enough courage to hit at least 2 more breweries today.
Probably 1 brewery.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But, I don't know, final thoughts on tailgating?
I mean, I love to tailgate. This brewery is pretty cool.
Yeah, their logo
Would come here again.
is a truck
With the tailgate down.
with the tailgate down. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool concept. I love I love everything about it. Just the vibe, the atmosphere. We're here on a Friday for lunch, and it was packed.
There was
quite a few people here.
There were
for
more
lunch.
people than I would expect to be here at noon on a Friday. But it looked like they had a big party that was here because there's a giant one of the sets of tables is all pushed together, and that was all full of people. When we exited the inside tap room, most of those tables had at least 2 people at them each. Nobody had overflowed yet into like the entryway. but I'm sure that's coming soon. That might be where we end up when we go back inside. And yeah, we gotta get some stickers and see if we want any to-go beers, because all the beers are delicious. And right now the fridge at the hotel room is empty of beer, so full of Gatorade, but no beer.
Well, if you like this episode, make sure you
Slam that like button, smash subscribe, ring that notification bell, sweetheart. We're so glad you're here.
yeah, do what the Southern lady said. And follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, or X.
5-star reviews
Rumble.
all around. We'll see how many episodes we get out of this Nashville trip. We still haven't finished recording the stuff for our Indianapolis trip, so we gotta get all that in too.
No, you don't have to tell them that.
I don't have to tell them that, that's true.
Yeah.
But I already did, I'm sorry. So yeah, we're so glad you're here, and we'll see you soon.
See you next time on the Craft Parenting Podcast.
Bye, y'all.